Nothing short of leeches of society.
They are a much maligned species.
I think they're all corrupt.
I don't like them. I find them all quite difficult to deal with. Somewhat morally corrupt, generally.
They're okay. I think they're starting to become a bit like obsolete now because a lot of things are done online. So yeah.
I could be well off with this, but 2%.
I think it's quite a lot, isn't it?
4%?
Well, it can be anything. Depends what deal you do with them, isn't it? And how good the business is, basically.
As soon as I think about estate agents, I think about fees.
I'm not quite sure what they actually do for their money, apart from look very charming in very nice suits.
In terms of the fees that they charge, inappropriate for the amount of work they've put in.
Well, they do nothing. And my friend's just sold a house and they've just presented her with a bill, £10,000. Oh, obviously the house was quite substantial, but at the end of the day all they did was kept her running around for about a year, answered the phones, did no follow-ups. Then once they get the job, they put little Samantha in the office out of school answering the phone and answering any queries. I think it's disgusting.
Never dealt with them, don't know anything about it.
I'd investigate all avenues if I was looking to get on the property ladder, yeah.
No.
I think so, yes. I probably would use an online estate agent.
Probably, well, I always have in the past used a traditional agent, but I would probably look into both just to see what that might offer and how much cheaper it'd be.
Probably a traditional agent to actually get a valuation, so someone who knows the area, someone who can give you a good sense of what your property is worth.
I use online property services. Online estate agent, potentially. I'd want to do a bit more background research on them. For a next move, I'd consider it.
I don't know, I think it needs to maybe be easier to do it online for people. I think that people use estate agents, the reason people use estate agents is because it's easy and they're like, well, we'll pay the money because actually, ultimately, we don't have to do anything. Whereas online, you have to work a bit harder maybe to sell your property, or that's the perception.
Probably try and sell it myself to avoid the fees.
I'd prefer to do it. If I was looking at getting rid of a property, I'd prefer to give them a personal touch and show them around the property and tell them as to why I'm moving and so forth. I think it's a quicker sell.
Me. Yes, definitely. Because I know it. I know how to set it off the best. I know how to describe it the best. I think I'm the expert because I live there.
Oh no, I'd do it myself. I wouldn't let an estate agent around my property
Unless
on
you
their
were
own,
there.
unless I was there, yeah.
I'd like to be involved at some stage. I like the idea of having a screening process and getting down to people who are interested in it, but I'd certainly like to be involved from that stage.
I think often the vendor knows more about the property than the estate agent, but it's harder to make yourself available to always do those viewings.
The initial research I would do online, and then I would look to have meetings with estate agents, probably in person after that, when I sort of look to actually start seeing properties.
Usually websites first, like Zoopla,
Gumtree,
Rightmove, I think.
Yeah, Rightmove, yeah.
I'd go through like Rightmove and then whoever was advertising on there or Zoopla. I'll look for the property first before the agents.
And what's happening is a lot of people now are caught in a trap where they live in they're property rich, cash poor. And it's only these banks and building societies that tell you these houses are worth that money. I mean, a house went in Haringey the other day. It was bought last year for $400,000. The man sold it for $950 only last week. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, maybe yes, maybe no. That's a tricky one because you can look on Rightmove and you can look on Zoopla and all these things and make a valuation, but ultimately it's what the market says that it's worth, and ultimately it's the people that sell the houses that make the market.